Hello and welcome back to the Mountain Morning Show. These are some of my favorite segments, especially during this time of year. I know we're almost to a new year, and so we want some new design ideas. And I want to introduce to you, if you haven't met her already, she's been around Park City for a little while, Christina King. She is the owner and designer at Aspen Design, and I'm so excited to have you here this morning,
well,
Christina.
Thanks for inviting me on.
Yeah, thank you for being here bright and early. You seem ready to go. Oh. Are you ready? Well, this morning,
sure.
Like I said, you know, as we lead into the new year, and even as spring starts coming in a couple months, crazy that's the next season here after winter already. But with that, it kind of makes us think of some fun new design ideas that we might want to integrate into our homes. But first off, before we get into this awesome display that you've set up for us, tell me about Aspen Design and how long you've been in Park City.
Well, I've started Aspen Design in 1991.
So you've been around for quite a while.
Yes. And I worked several years before that for another company. Have a degree in design from Western Washington University. And I do mostly residential work. I've done a couple of restaurants and hotel lobbies and you know, some commercial ventures, but mostly
What are some of your favorite spaces to design? You say you've done hotel lobbies, restaurants. What would you say?
Well, my favorite are remodels.
Really?
Yeah.
You enjoy those?
Yeah, you never know when you take out a wall or move a window what, you know, I mean, you try to plan on what you're going to get, but it always changes.
Well, I was checking out your website. You guys have to check out her website. It's amazing, the before and after photos that they have listed there.
You.
But along with that, so tell me, what is unique about working in a community like Park City with your profession?
Well, you have a lot of really fit, educated clients. You know, they're very technology savvy, and they know what's fashionable. So you have to, you know, kind of be up on current events and trends, and they usually know what they like.
Well, that must be nice for you if they know what they want.
Right.
It makes it simple on both ends, a little bit more so anyway. What are some of the design trends that we're seeing in Park City right now?
Well, a lot of people are sticking with remodeling an existing home versus building new. I mean, there's still plenty of new building going on. So I think they want to take their existing space and make it, you know, more usable for their changing life. And
do you think part of that has to do with, you know, that you become attached to your home and you're not about to go, you know, create a new space where you don't have those memories? You just want to revamp what you have and expound on what's there, maybe.
Yeah, people really have to decide how long they're going to stay there. I guess if they want to retire there, or if they just want to be there long enough to get their family, their children through school. If they just want to use it for a vacation home versus, you know, living in it full time.
All right. Well, so like I was saying before, if you want to freshen up your home for 2013, where would be a great place to start?
Well, the bedroom's always an easy place to start because that's where we seem to accumulate a lot of unnecessary belongings, I think. I think the word is purge. You know, you've got to start by taking out all the clothes you probably have been having, you know, clean out your closet.
That's
start
a big
there.
thing for me, Christina.
It is.
It's huge.
And then, you know, go into your actual bedroom that you sleep in and start there. The first thing you'd probably want to do is, do you have the big armoire that's pretty much useless anymore because people don't use those large televisions? A lot of people hate to let that armoire go because, you know, it wasn't cheap when they bought it, but it's outdated. So that's your first purge. Get rid of the armoire and the large TV that's typically hiding inside of that armoire. And if you want to put a television in that area, then you've really got to think about moving your power and cable up, and, you know, update your technology and your wiring at that time if you're going to open a wall up. You know, and it's not a big deal to move power and cable up in a wall. So that you hide cords if you're going to put a flat screen in.
That's a really big one, because if you see cords laying out anywhere, no matter how spotless your home is, it kind of looks a little messy, even
less
if
planned.
Not planned at all.
Yeah.
So that's a really good tip.
Right, and if you can't go that step, maybe you could put a shallow bookcase or something below that television to hide the cords.
Okay.
You know, if you had to. And think about, do you have a DVD player or anything else you're going to have to fit under that television? And then the easy stuff, get rid of all the old lamps, the old bedspreads, the throw pillows.
The nasty old curtains.
Yeah, the pillows with the fringe.
The ruffles.
Yes, the nasty old curtains, the ruffles. Get rid of all that.
And so now we're talking fabrics, and I love that you've put these on our own couch here in the studio. And let me show you behind here. So this is the pillow we've got going on now, and look at these awesome colors that Christina has placed over these. So let's start off with pillows. What are some great options for pillows? And we have these on a couch, like I said, but you're talking more for bedroom, though they can transfer to a living room setting.
Usually you'll start with like a cover lid on your bed or a duvet cover. That's where you should really start. If you go with
I'm jumping to the pillows. I want to get to the fun stuff. Okay.
Yeah. If you go with something in a more neutral color, then you have more flexibility down the road.
Okay.
Think to update it. This also is real popular doing.
This one?
Yeah, large graphic prints are really
like
popular
that.
right now.
Would you call this is that like a golden ochre
gold,
kind of yellow?
This is a really popular color right now, clothing and design-wise. And, if you did a cover lid out of that, you could always do pillows or a chair in this or, bring in the color.
So you're saying a bold pattern like this with something like stripes that you could throw these together?
Right, and then a solid
really
to kind of connect it all together so you don't get overwhelmed.
Wow. And I think that's something that, do you find that some of your clients, they may be afraid to venture into new color territory?
All the time.
I'm one of those too. So colors like this, I'd be kind of hesitant at first, but it's something when you see it together, you're just like, that looks fantastic. It can really spruce up a room. So, this is beautiful. I love that. Anything else about this one before we move on to the next?
No, and this is actually brand new, and it's a far more traditional kind of scheme we have going on. I'm just showing you how if you had a more neutral bed cover, you can update it without being, like the people that are uncomfortable going for the color. They can still get texture and pattern if they keep things all in kind of the same hue,
color scheme,
right? And this is really hot right now.
I like that. What would this be for?
You could use this on. You could do a chair out of this. You could do pillows. Makes a great wall cover.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, can you see this in a powder room or something? But yeah, there's a lot of places you could use these.
Tell me about this fabric and this pattern that we've got here on the cushion.
Well, this is surprising to see this kind of thing coming back in because this is what we saw, 15, 20 years ago, more the paisleys. But it's a little different colorway. You don't have the yellow tones and so much of the greens. You've got more, actually things are kind of building off the grays.
Excellent, very cool. Well, let's touch real quick on accessories and lighting to end off everything. So once you've got all of your, patterns and colors, you need some cool lighting. Tell me about that.
Well, of course, metal like the brush nickels and the steels and the chromes, they've been really popular like for the last 10 years. And they're still really popular with lighting and furniture. I think if you can get rid of that old nightstand or dresser in the dark wood and maybe do something in a more metal and maybe some glass combinations or metal and wood, that'll work really well with going with more stainless kind of lighting. Cleaner lines, more contemporary, urban, multi-functioning lights. You could maybe have something next to a bed to read by, but it also serves your chair. And
so there's just a couple ideas that would work well with those different types of themes.
And the main thing is just get rid of the old stuff and then go shopping and don't gravitate toward the frills and the fringes and
all right. So first big rule is what it sounds like Christina's saying is purge, get rid of all the nasty old stuff. You need that clean, new slate kind of feeling, and then you can kind of incorporate all these great elements. Well, Christina, thank you so much. Those are some awesome ideas. I think I'm a big fan of this striped look we've got going here. Maybe we can convince the guys here at the studio to put this. I really like that. Anyway, well, let's give your website where we can go to get more information.
That's www.aspendesign.us.
All right. Well, Christina is sticking around for the second hour to give us some more design tips. So stay tuned for more. Remember, Heather Fielding Owens will be here. She is with Canyons Resort. Like I mentioned before, she has been a ski instructor there for about over 15 years. So it'll be great talking with her about some excellent ski tips. Stay tuned. We'll be right back right here.